Don't be mistaken, your bloody time's up. This ain't no game when I hit it and ya.
Gotta hide, I'm not here to entertain ya. Just walk away and face the showdown. I won't fight, I don't care about the bleeding. 'Cause my freedom's undefeated. My soul on fire, burning desire. Make no mistake, 'cause the stakes are getting higher. Gotta hide, I'm not here to entertain ya. I'm not here to entertain ya.
Don't be mistaken, your bloody time's up. This ain't no game when I hit it and entertain ya.
What is up, guys? Dashing here and live we are for yet another edition of CMV, and it's Octane number 91, as we are now just about 2 weeks away. Some change out of the pocket from Ascendance 12. And we, of course, have an action-packed show, as always, for you lovely lads and gents, jumping straight into the action like we always do. And this a first-of-its-kind match type here in CMV, as Ben Stacy about to go one-on-one with Hunter Quinn, guys, in a barbed wire baseball bat match. Yes, baseball bats wrapped in barbed wire have been placed underneath the ring, and they are completely legal to utilize here in this matchup. And, well, Ben Stacy last week on Octane, he felt exactly what it's like to take a shot from one of those barbed wire baseball bats, courtesy of Hunter Quinn, who was actually aiming for Alaric, but, well, he got out of the way, and unfortunately Ben Stacy, not so lucky. But, guys, big implications regarding the Ascendance 12 matchup between Alaric and Hunter Quinn here in this one. I just learned earlier tonight that if Ben Stacy wins this matchup, then the bout between Alaric and Hunter Quinn at Ascendance 12 will be pure wrestling rules. But if Hunter Quinn wins this matchup right here, then the match between he and Alaric will be hardcore rules. And as you can see, Alaric at ringside, a lot riding on the shoulders of Ben Stacy here, because obviously Alaric will be out of his element if it ends up being hardcore rules. And Hunter Quinn, of course, not coming alone either. He's got Alvarez watching his six. It's a busy night for the Unholy Alliance here on Octane across the board. A little bit later on, we've got Jeremy Barmore and Bloody Justice in tag team action. Also some mixed tag team action a little bit later, as Alvarez and Jasmine Crossings will take on the team. Oh, big boot right there, straight out the gate by Hunter Quinn of B-Man and Amelia Jones. And Hunter Quinn certainly not wasting any time getting to work here on young Ben Stacy. Big old forearm. Again, barbed wire baseball bat, which has proven to be the preferred weapon of choice for Hunter Quinn in recent weeks. Completely legal to utilize in this matchup. And Alaric, the fact that he even has to be ringside here for a matchup like this probably makes him sick to his stomach, but imagine just how sick he'll be if Hunter Quinn wins this matchup and then Alaric has to compete in a hardcore match at Ascendance 12. Hunter Quinn, who we've talked about in recent weeks, an impeccable Ascendance record. He is 3-0 at the show of shows. Oh, looks like Alaric maybe Jumping up onto the apron there, distracted Hunter Quinn. Stacy able to take advantage, guys. Alaric has just actually removed the turnbuckle pad. Trying to give Ben Stacy a little bit of a helping hand here, but it might come back to bite him as Hunter Quinn sends Stacy's sternum first into that exposed steel. And again, Alaric having to watch as his plan just completely backfires right before his very eyes. Out onto the apron. Now, but Ben Stacy quickly guillotining Hunter Quinn. Let's not forget Ben Stacy last week here on Octane, guys, knocked off Anarchy champion Bloody Justice. Hunter Quinn would be foolish to overlook Stacy here, especially with such a stipulation on the line. I mean, we know that Alaric, being in a hardcore matchup, obviously does not benefit him, but Hunter Quinn having to compete in a pure wrestling match. Well, obviously, the ball would be in Alaric's court there. Big knife edge chop. And again, lighten up the chest of Hunter Quinn here in the corner. Going to turn him around, but a quick back elbow. And Hunter Quinn, not to waste any time, some knees to the chest. Well, it's going to be a very, very emotional main event here tonight on Octane number 91, guys, as the Ted is here. And he will be going one-on-one with JT Moss of Amity. Moss, the first one up to get hands on Ted after his betrayal a couple of weeks ago. But we know that Tracy James is also here tonight, guys. And, well, it's supposed to be having a face-to-face with the Ted after our main event. Baseball bat pulled out from under the ring by Ben Stacy, but thanks to a little bit of help there from Alvarez, Hunter Quinn has got the bat in hand, and Stacy taking a big risk. Unfortunately, it does not pay off for the Doctor as Hunter Quinn, oh no! Stacy gets out of the way, and Hunter Quinn takes out Alvarez by accident. Stacy now with some stomps to the chest and a big forearm to the side of the head. Back into the ring. I mean, that's what happens when you're ringside for a matchup like this. Oh, Alvarez again. No disqualifications here. Nothing the referee can do about Alvarez putting hands on Stacy like this. Hunter Quinn's got that barbed wire baseball bat in hand. And wham! Right over the head of young Ben Stacy, now to the midsection. Just swinging for the fences here. Again and again. Ben Stacy, Alaric cringing at the sight, but Stacy endures, and a running sit-out powerbomb. Hunter Quinn, the back of his head, whacking off the ring apron there. But just as Stacy takes control, Alvarez continuing to be a nuisance here, distracting Ben Stacy just long enough for Hunter Quinn to start to recover, but a DDT on the floor. Figure four now. Applied. This is not falls count anywhere, though. Stacy has to apply this in the ring if he wants a submission victory. Just walking right past Alvarez, not giving a single fuck about him out of that ring. And there's only barbed wire baseball bats to play with in this one. Bam! Time for some payback. Hunter Quinn getting a taste as Alaric is having an argument with the ref. Tiger driver by Hunter Quinn. Alaric telling the ref, come on now, this is ridiculous, but there's nothing the ref can do. No disqualifications. Trying to throw Hunter Quinn right into Alvarez, and now an Irish whip up against the barricade. Ben Stacy, God, he just cannot stay focused though. Alvarez doing a very good job helping out Hunter Quinn in this matchup. It's a rookie mistake here by Ben Stacy. He's got to focus up, man. Easier said than done, obviously. As he tries to get Hunter Quinn back into the ring. Elbows to the midsection, though, by the Psycho Killer. Who now throws Ben Stacy back into the ring. Oh, and guess what he's going to pull out? Oh, it's a barbed wire baseball bat. Who would have thought? And Stacy egging Hunter Quinn on. Not the best idea as Quinn going after the ankle of Ben Stacy. Shot after shot. Stacy. Oh, Alaric causing a distraction. Hunter Quinn for just a minute. But again, Stacy sent careening chest first into that exposed steel. How has the ref not fixed that yet? Well, I guess he doesn't have to. Because again, no disqualifications. Stacy, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, DDT! On the barbed wire bat off the apron. Holy shit! Sickening! Stacy couldn't have asked for a much better setup there. Back into the ring, Hunter Quinn is hurting, even a head as thick as his. Taking a shot like that, and another DDT. Oh my God, Alvarez, come on now. Alaric, get over there and do something. As long as Alvarez is standing at ringside, this is essentially a handicap match. Another. Oh, he's gonna throw it at him! The barbed wire baseball bat flung through the air, and Stacy is bleeding now. I think it was only a matter of time before we saw some blood in this match. Pulls him into a big boot, and Hunter Quinn, as Alaric watches on. Will he have to compete in a hardcore match? 1, 2, 3, yes he will! It is gonna be Alaric, Hunter Quinn, in a hardcore match at Ascendance 12. Alaric looking distraught at ringside as Hunter Quinn peering into the camera like he's peering into my very soul. All I'll say is best of luck to you, Alaric. Look at, you can see Alaric, the frown on his face right there. Ascendance 12 just got a whole lot worse for the proprietor of Pure Wrestling. And coming up next here on Octane number 91, my friends, Joe Blade is not going to have himself an easy task, as he's going to be forced to stand across the ring from a very pissed off sheriff of Octane, Morgan. Blade, who we have not seen since the Elimination Chamber match for the Global Championship at Purgatory. He's prepared to enter the Slick B Memorial Battle Royal at Ascendance 12. Well, that's if he makes it to Ascendance 12, though, because with the mood that Morgan is currently in, you could not pay me to switch places with Joe Blade here tonight. Morgan, who, of course, in Ascendance 12, set to face the All-Father, who Morgan is convinced is none other than Adam Valentine. Is that the case? One way or the other, we'll find out definitively at Ascendance 12, but well, we all saw what Morgan did to Iskandir a couple of weeks ago. And a standard not been seen since Morgan had his way with him. And as if already not in a foul mood. Not that I don't think I've ever seen Morgan in a good mood necessarily, but well, the Ascendance 12 kickoff show, everybody just thought it was a great idea to poke and prod the Ogre. You had Aaron Stone up on the stage. Peligro as well, taking shots at Morgan. And Morgan going to have the opportunity at least, though, to shut Peligro's mouth on the next episode of Shockwave, guys. The Ascendance edition before the show of shows itself, featuring superstars from Shockwave and Octane. And we know we will see Peligro and Morgan reignite their classic rivalry. But it's Joe Blade here tonight who's going to feel the wrath of the Ogre. So here we go, Joe Blade playing the role of sacrificial lamb here. Let's not count out Joe Blade, though. Although I may or may not have put some money on Morgan earlier tonight. Couple of elbows to the midsection by Blade. This is a big, beefy boy bash, though, no doubt about it. This might be one of the most star-studded Slick B Memorial Battle Royals in CMV history out of Ascendance 12. I'll tell you what, I think my vote, I still gotta be pulling for Joey Bacon. But when you got the likes of Joe Blade in there, Rafael Hernandez, Jaquan Shea, Toyota Camry, I mean, my goodness, quite a stacked field. And Morgan, though, able to escape that military press as now he squeezes Joe Blade until he's damn near unconscious, just falling to the canvas limp. Follows that up with an elbow to the knee and some closed fist hammering away. Well, also coming up, guys, here tonight on Octane number 91, Women's World Champion Beatrice Lotus going to be forced to run the gauntlet as she takes on Quinn Bell, Rising Star Champion Gianna, and Celestia. Will she be able to go from pillar to post, or will this Mean Girl collective, if you will, earn just that much more momentum heading into Ascendance 12? Obviously, things have not been going very well for Beatrice Lotus over the last few weeks, but quite an opportunity for her to turn things around here tonight. As yeeted is Joe Blade back into the ring at the behest of Morgan here. And now just a broken arrow like it ain't no thing but a chicken wing. Joe Blade, this is a big fella. Morgan's tossing him around like it's nothing. Tries to go for a big old punch, but a forearm there by Joe Blade backs him into the corner. Quickly, Joe Blade with a kick to the midsection, and just tossing him around like some pizza dough here. My goodness, not too. Okay, goes for the pin. I thought he was gonna try to go for a third one. Morgan is a heavy fellow, though, so we can't really blame Joe Blade there for not being able to pull off the hat trick. Now to the outside, this fight spills. Joe Blade, I don't know if it's such a good idea. Got the upper hand. That's why Morgan, given even an inch, she will take it a mile, throwing Joe Blade into the steel steps, and now a wheelbarrow facebuster on the floor. Morgan with that roar that you can hear throughout the entire arena. He gets back into the ring. Looks like he might be happy to take a count-out win here. Keep himself as fresh as can be heading into Ascendance 12, but Joe Blade knows how to get under your skin no matter who you are. Oh, big ending! Joe Blade just got absolutely dropped, and now another back suplex lands on his neck. Back into the ring, Morgan. Daring Joe Blade to talk some more shit here. I think Blade is wizened up at this point. He's just going to get back into the ring. That might not be such a good idea either, though. Vexation incoming. Blade a little bit quicker. Drops down, does Morgan. And a leapfrog. Headbutt. And now Morgan. Maybe not going to go for Vexation. Maybe try for that lion tamer we've seen him utilize in the past. A trio of short arm clotheslines by the former global champion, though, met with a kick to the side of the head by Joe Blade. Like I said, don't discount Joe Blade in this matchup. Super kick to the gut and a throat thrust. But Morgan just gets right back up. Let's not forget, Morgan hasn't tasted defeat very many times throughout his CMV career. Went undefeated for nearly a year. Spear! Joe Blade with an absolutely thunderous spear out of the corner. But instead of capitalizing, relishing in the moment, and again pays the price. As Morgan, Vexation, connecting this time, 1, 2, but a kick out by Joe Blade. Even though he's got to be hurting right now, and that's for certain. Last ditch effort here, going for the end scene, but Morgan having absolutely none of it. Gonna look to take Joe Blade for a walk. Blade, though, with some elbows to the midsection. Back elbow attempted. Morgan swats that shit away like a fly. Big Uranagi by the Sheriff of Octane. He now gets met with a kick to the midsection, though. Blade chop to the chest. Fireman's carry. Discus punch by Joe Blade. And you can tell that he's hurt, but of course still running his mouth. I don't think there's anything anyone can do to Joe Blade to stop him talking shit. And now going to have some fun at the expense of Morgan. I just don't know why in the world you would want to piss off Morgan. Get him angrier than he already is. I just don't know if that's exactly a sound strategy for Mr. Blade here. He's in control right now, though. Doing as he pleases. Having a lot of fun. I don't know if that fun's going to last much longer. They should be using this opportunity to look to put Morgan away. I mean, this is ridiculous. Look at him, man. Yeah, Morgan says, enough of that. I'll let you have your fun for a couple minutes there. Spine buster! Into the pin. 1, 2. The kick out. Morgan, though, looking for that lion tamer. And it's locked in with nowhere to go. That's game over right there. The Sheriff of Octane, once again, displaying his dominance. And whoever the All-Father is, whether it's Adam Valentine or not, well, they better be prepared. As prepared as one can be, at least, anyway, for Morgan. Lads, gents, here we go. Here we go indeed. Maggie Shaw ambushing Caroline Swift as she was making her way to the ring here, guys. We're set to kick off the 7th and final round of the Cyborg Invitational. Amber Young and Caroline Swift one-on-one, but obviously, guys, Maggie Shaw looking to defend her position as the #1 ranked competitor in the Cyborg Invitational by attacking Caroline Swift, attempting to give Amber Young an advantage in this matchup. Remember, Swift is currently tied after her win in the 6th round with Maggie Shaw for first place. But obviously, Deadeye, not a fan of sharing the spotlight and doing all she can to ensure that if Swift loses this matchup, guys, as long as Maggie Shaw wins her 7th and final matchup here in the Invitational, she will win. She will earn that Magnificent 8 contract. And look at Amber Young now with a deep guillotine choke in the middle of the ring. But able to escape is Swift despite hurting. Agreed to go ahead with the matchup. The referee gave her the opportunity to call it off. Oh my God. Amber Young back into the guillotine. And this is a maneuver we're used to seeing Caroline Swift use to finish off her opponents. Amber Young, meanwhile, guys, obviously fighting at this point to just not be fired. She needs to win this matchup to ensure indeed that does not happen. At the moment, though, it's looking like, as unfortunate as it is to say, Amelia Jones might be the one sent packing. She is currently in last. And if she doesn't win her final matchup against Riley Van Wilson, then indeed Amity's going to be losing one of its members. And as if things haven't already been going badly for Amity over the last couple of weeks. Out of the apron, big right hand from Caroline Swift, and another. That'll appreciate Swift's willingness to still compete in this matchup, despite the pre-match ambush by Maggie Shaw. Pulled up to her feet. Amber Young, though, quickly able to throw Swift off to the side. Gonna try to drag her back towards the ring, but Swift some well-placed elbows to the midsection. Let's not forget that countouts certainly in effect during invitational matches, and Swift isn't going to play around. Caroline Swift, she was the dark horse at the beginning of the Cyborg Invitational, and now finds herself tied for first place. I mean, what a breakout moment it would be if Caroline Swift can win the Cyborg Invitational. There is the very likely possibility, though, guys, that Caroline Swift wins this matchup, Maggie Shaw wins her matchup, we could be left with a tie. Obviously, that's what Maggie Shaw was looking to avoid by attacking Caroline Swift before this matchup began. Swift watching as Amber Young pulls herself up here in the corner. Nice back chop. And again, that's now an Irish whip, but Young able to reverse. Flips overhead. Swift ducks that clothesline. 2-1 reflexes. Running elbow. Caroline got the energy coursing through her veins right now. The fans on their feet rallying behind her. Looking for that brainbuster perhaps, but Amber Young, Irish whip instead, goes for the Psycho knee, but she was a little bit off time there, and Swift saved from potentially getting her face caved in. Speaking of, there goes Amber Young, smashed face first off the top turnbuckle, elbow to the side of the head by the KO bombshell. And obviously a lot of history between these two. Remember, Amber Young attempted to recruit Caroline Swift to be a part of the Absolute, but Swift wanted none of it. Punch to the midsection. Oh, tries for the guillotine. Well, misses that, but able to lock in a pretty nasty looking knee bar here. Amber Young, a submission specialist in her own right, though. Knows the way out of that one, but the damage might be done. Caroline Swift letting the CM Universe know that she is A-OK here. Maggie Shaw's got to be watching the back right now. Praying to the wrestling gods that Amber Young can pull off the win here. Knee drop by Swift. Still to come here tonight on Octane number 91, guys. We've got that gauntlet match as Women's World Champion Beatrice Lotus going to be on her own, taking on Quimbell, Gianna, and Celestia. And the question really is Beatrice Lotus going to make it to Ascendance 12 in one piece? We've also still got our main event, the TED one-on-one with JT Moss. As Caroline Swift tries for that knee bar again. This time, though, Amber Young a little bit too close to the ropes. Good call by our ref. What does Young have to do to get back into control? Swift is all over her like a monkey on a cupcake. Maybe not for much longer. Bam! Amber Young fixing to take her head off with that clothesline. Trying to move to the corner. Maybe set up the Masaiku knee again. Swift, though, escapes to the outside. It just sends Amber Young right back into the ring. Swift, dropping attempt, but Young avoids it, and a quick pin attempt. That's a rope break as well, though. Trying to go to the corner again. She keeps trying to set up the Masaiku knee. Suicide dive by the KO bombshell. That certainly caught Caroline Swift off guard. She gets thrown off to the side. Swift throwing Young back into the ring again. Not looking to let this matchup end one way or the other by count out. Big boot by Swift. That forearm coming up just a little bit short. Makes up for it, though, with a pullback high knee. Caroline Swift with a stiff kick to the middle of the back. Now Swift contemplating what she got to do here to finish Amber Young off. Well, what is this? What the fuck is this? A very Andre Rogers-esque submission, and Young taps! Young taps! Young taps! Caroline Swift has done it! Caroline Swift! Despite the attack by Maggie Shaw, and now, guys, it's up to Maggie Shaw. She has to win her match against Joy Justice, or we're looking right here at the winner of the Cyborg Invitational. And if it does come down to a tie, well, I'm not sure what happens then. Well, here we go, my friends. Some tag team action. As you can see, the Unholy Alliance is already in the ring. As JB Hayes and Bob Luger, well, they're supposed to be the opponents of the Unholy Alliance here tonight. Unfortunately, it looks like Jeremy Barmore and Bloody Justice might have to deal with Desolation instead. As it was announced following the Ascendance 12 kickoff show, a massive fatal four-way Tornado Tag Team matchup to take place at Ascendance 12 for the Octane Tag Team Championship. Amity will defend against the Unholy Alliance. Desolation, okay. And the team of JB Hayes and Bob Luger. But remember, guys, Bob Luger last week actually paid Desolation. Yes, you're not mishearing me here. You are hearing me loud and clear. Bob Luger paid Desolation. I'm not sure how he paid them. Something tells me Bludgeon and Trauma, they don't really rely on typical currency, the USD, the almighty dollar. I feel like they wouldn't. That's not what drives them. Maybe paid them in I don't know, I can't even fathom, but one way or the other, Bob Luger recruited the assistance of Desolation to attempt to injure JB Hayes deliberately. Bob Luger with some certainly interesting training tactics. You should have seen the look of JB Hayes when he found that out. Obviously, Desolation making good on the deal that was struck by taking out JB Hayes and Bob Luger there just moments ago and taking their place in this matchup. Basement dropkick by the current Rite of Passage champion. Quickly does Trauma make a tag go to Bludgeon there. Jeremy Barmore taking out both members of Desolation all by himself right now. Oh, damn, how often did you see Trauma get thrown around like that? German suplex by the Workhorse. Now a suplex tossing him overhead. Like a goddamn ragdoll. Anarchy champion Bloody Justice tagged back in. Bloody Justice with the opportunity to potentially become a double champion at Ascendance 12 if the Unholy Alliance can indeed recapture the Octane Tag Team Championship in that fatal four-way Tornado Tag Team match. I do believe that would be a first for Bloody Justice. I don't think he's ever been a double champion here in CMV. Jeremy Barmore as well, as he's the current Rite of Passage champion. I'll tell you what, Unholy Alliance currently in control. Not something I expected, especially after Desolation came out here taking out JB Hayes and Bob Luger, wrecking shop. Some more of those headbutts by Bloody Justice. Gotta be careful here not to get himself disqualified, though. All these attacks in the corner, the ref's telling him, hey, ease up. One would have to imagine Amity, who of course astonishingly knocked off Desolation a few weeks ago to capture the Octane Tag Team Championship. They are in for a fight and a half defending their titles. In a matchup where they don't even have to be involved in the decision. They don't have to be pinned. They don't have to be submitted to lose their gold. And three tough teams like the Unholy Alliance, Desolation, and Hayes and Luger. But I'm sure that's not what's on the mind of JT Moss here tonight, as he's looking towards our main event, the opportunity to finally get hands on the 10. And of course, B-Man here tonight, going to be teaming up with Amelia Jones. Mixed tag team action against Alvarez and Jasmine Crossings of the Unholy Alliance. Still to come. Up next, it's that gauntlet match. Women's World Champion Beatrice Lotus. Can she go from pillar to post? Will this alliance between Quinn Bell, Gianna, and Celeste make sure she does not make it to Ascendance 12 in one piece? Nice counter right there by Trauma. Holy shit, just casually pulling out a pile driver. Bloody Justice says, let me try and get the fuck out of here. But Trauma said, not so fast, amigo. Tag made to Bludgeon, who's a former Anarchy champion in his own right. Gonna put Bloody Justice. Oh, Justice! Able to knock Trauma down to the outside, but Bludgeon with a forearm smash quickly drops into the pin. I don't know if that was really a rope break there. I guess couldn't really tell from the angle, but might only prolong the inevitable here for Bloody Justice. He gets trapped in the corner. The tag is made to Trauma. Desolation. Damn! Trying to put Bloody Justice right through the motherfucking canvas. But the Anarchy champion maybe looking for a go-home driver. Trauma says, how about another pile driver? That's going to bust Bloody Justice open. It's just out of instinct. Justice attempts to find a way over to the corner, tag in Jeremy Barmore. No such luck, though. No, able to avoid that big boot. Avoids it like the Black Plague. Drops into side control for a flurry of punches, but Trauma was ready for him. Irish whip into the corner we go. Of course, it's been announced, guys, that on the go-home edition of Shockwave, the Ascendance edition, we will see the Gallery taking on the Unholy Alliance in Texas Tornado Tag. Well, Bloody Justice, we might not see in that match. He just got pulverized. Oh, but Jeremy Barmore with a good save there. Not even a one count. Bloody Justice needs to make a tag, though. He is in a bad way, and that's for sure. Bludgeon seems to be a bit preoccupied with Jeremy Barmore here rather than the legal man, Bloody Justice. Justice, though, with some real bravery as he gets back into the ring. Choking him out. Bloody Justice just can't help himself. Make that tag. And he finally is able to do so. In comes a relatively fresh Jeremy Barmore. Irish whip. Sending the rite of passage champion into the corner of Desolation. Last place he wants to be in here. Irish whip, though. Oh, my God. Bludgeon just thrown through the air, man. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Jeremy Barmore and his power. I feel like a little bit underrated here in CMV. Barmore might be one of the most powerful men. Pound for pound. Shockwave or Octane. Barrage of elbows to the side of the head. And now the tag made to Trauma. JB Hayes and Bob Luger having to be scraped off the stage with shovels after what Desolation did to them before the start of this match. Tag, bring backs in Bludgeon. Bring backs in Bludgeon. Brings back in Bludgeon. And surely Desolation, they have to be your favorites in that fatal four-way tornado tag team matchup just based on history alone. I mean, former Fusion Tag Team Champions, former Unified World Tag Team Champions, former Arcane Tag Team Champions. Rolling the dice right there. Gonna very slowly drag Jeremy Barmore out of the corner here. Bludgeon. What is he cooking up? It is nothing good for that man, Jeremy Barmore. Tossed off the side of the cliff. But a kick out by the rite of passage champion. Even Bloody Justice looked a little bit worried there. Into the corner, Barmore sent Bludgeon. Gonna pull him out. That clothesline would take the head off of any normal man. Jeremy Barmore with the hot tag to Bloody Justice. I don't know that Bloody Justice is going to fare much better, though. He is in bad shape himself. Back elbow to the Anarchy champion. Who's going to fight, though, with some elbows to the gut. Justice. Elbows, elbows, elbows. They don't stop. Hammer away, going to spread them legs. Oh, why not one more time? Jeremy Barmore immediately brought back in. Not very much time there to recover. Momentum at stake heading into the fatal four-way tornado tag team matchup. At Ascendance 12, where Amity defend their Octane Tag Team Championship. Again, this is supposed to be JB Hayes and Bob Luker in this matchup against the Unholy Alliance, but Desolation. Whoa! Quick drop kick to Bloody Justice. That was unforeseen. The Anarchy champion definitely caught off guard, but now Barmore making Trauma pay with some repeated knees to the midsection. Drops to the outside. Jeremy Barmore. Well, he thought about it. I was going to say, a rarity indeed to see Barmore take a risk like that. Bloody Justice throws Trauma back into the ring as Barmore takes care of Bludgeon. Jeremy Barmore yeeted overhead by Trauma. Now, speaking of tag team championship victories, Bloody Justice, who one of the more decorated tag team competitors in CMV history, himself a former Fusion Tag Team Champion, a former Unified World Tag Team Champion, former Octane Tag Team Champion, Barmore as well, former Unified World Tag Team Champion. Not only an unholy alliance, but a dangerous alliance too. Some headbutts from Trauma as he's just gonna yoink Barmore up out of the corner. Oh my God. Into an alley-oop. Splat goes Barmore as the tag is made to Bludgeon. And Bludgeon, look at the drop a bomb. Barmore was ready for him. Spear! Barmore! All gas, no brakes! Knee to the temple! Out cold is Bludgeon. But Trauma not going to let that be the end of this matchup. Breaking up the pin before even a 1 count. Barmore ain't happy about it. But he's going to stay focused, stay on the attack here. Again, it's just not something you see too often. Desolation getting tossed up, down, left, right, all over. Oh, wow, what a perfect setup! Bloody Justice tagged in and immediately. Sister's Joy! Hook of the leg! Uno, dos! But no tres. Bloody Justice, though. Straight back to work as he sends Bludgeon into the corner. That two-handed choke. Bludgeon getting himself up out of the corner. He's got to make a tag right now. Reverse STO. Right there to make the tag to Jeremy Barmore. Great wherewithal by the Anarchy champion. Taken for a ride, fireman's carry, but elbow to the side of the head by Bludgeon. Barmore not only so unbelievably strong, but quick as well. Not quick enough to avoid that big boot, though. Busted him open in the tag to Trauma. Barmore, despite being left bloody, elbows to the gut here of Trauma. Managing to send him down to the outside. Barmore might be fixing to collect a count-out win here. I wouldn't necessarily blame him. Keeping himself busy, though, going after Bludgeon here. This gives Trauma the opportunity, though, to recover, get back into the ring. And the final judgment from Trauma to Barmore. But here comes Bloody Justice, making himself useful, breaking up the pin at the count of 1. I'm not too sure what the hell's going on in this matchup at this point. Oh, Uranagi from Bloody Justice. Barmore from behind, giving Trauma the old snake eyes onto the apron. No time to waste. Barmore going to send Trauma back into the ring. Trauma lying in a wait. A barrage of headbutts. Quick kick to the side of the head. Pops himself right back up. And there's that wrestling background from the workhorse coming into effect as he just manhandles Trauma. I can see how wobbly Barmore is, though, as he walks into the corner, or rather stumbles into the corner to tag in Bloody Justice. Justice! Tombstone pile driver! Gonna make sure there ain't no lucky rope break as he hooks the leg for the win here. 1, 2. Wow, kick out by Trauma. Bludgeon would have been there to make the save anyhow. Don't let yourself get distracted. Bloody Justice sends Trauma into the corner. A slow, cautious approach by the Anarchy champion. He looks for a buckle bomb. A buckle bomb! Justice! Irish whip. Nope. Trauma reverses. In the corner, he's got him. Back elbow. A quick, cheeky shot for Jerry Barmore, but the Rite of Passage champion was expecting it. Gonna try again, is Trauma. This time he connects. He's just going back and forth. Guillotine as Barmore dropped to the outside. Leaves Bloody Justice on his own. Choke slam. Tags in Bludgeon. Double leg takedown and hammer fist. Attempting to break through the defenses of Bloody Justice, but not much luck as Justice does all he can to get back to his feet, just getting absolutely blasted by Bludgeon. Who now with an Irish whip puts Bloody Justice into the corner. Barmore is still down at ringside. No help coming from Bloody Justice here. Ooh, or maybe not. Wow, back to his feet just in time. No relation to Just Insane. Barmore, though, going to pay for it as he gets knocked off the apron by Bludgeon. Now going to send Justice into the corner. Elbow to the side of the head. Bloody Justice. Whoa! Sister's Joy out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3, and Bloody Justice nabs a big-time win for the Unholy Alliance. Despite preparing for JB Hayes and Bob Luger all week long, Desolation giving the Unholy Alliance a beating here, but not a beating good enough The Unholy Alliance looking good heading into Ascendance 12. Coming up next here on Octane number 91, guys. Women's World Champion Beatrice Lotus is going to have her back against the wall and nobody to rely on but herself as she gets set to try and run the gauntlet here. Beatrice Lotus, who of course defends the Women's World Championship against Queen of the Ring, Celestia at Ascendance 12. Now you can say whatever you want about Celestia. In my eyes, she's a genius. Knows that she's new to CMV. Knows that she is still relatively inexperienced. So what does she do? Surrounds herself with some of the best in Quinn Bell and Gianna. And the three of them have been wreaking havoc. Beatrice Lotus attempting to fight back against this overwhelming numbers advantage. Well, we did see her hold her own last week, though. She took out both Gianna and Quinn Bell all by herself. Can she do it here tonight, though, in this gauntlet match? Beatrice Lotus against Quinn Bell, Gianna, and Celestia. And Lotus will be going up against the former Rising Star champion first. Quinn Bell, of course, was, well, for a while there, evening up the odds as an ally of Beatrice Lotus. Taking the fight to Gianna and Celestia, but, well, after Lotus, inadvertently or not, cost Quinn Bell the Rising Star Championship, Quinn Bell very quickly decided to switch sides. Now, it's very likely that Beatrice Lotus might not even make it past Quinn Bell here. But even if she does, then she'll have to contend with Gianna. And if somehow Lotus is able to beat the Rising Star champion, then still a fresh Celestia waiting for her. Here we go, Lotus, Quinn Bell to kick things off in this gauntlet match. And Lotus, who certainly holds nothing back, going right after Quinn Bell, tripping her up with that barrel roll. Now a headbutt to the back of the head, obviously a substantial height difference between these two, which Lotus was attempting to thwart by keeping Quinn Bell off her feet. Still to come, guys, Okunin here tonight in action, ahead, of course, of his match with Aaron Stone at Ascendant 12 for the Global Championship, as well as our main event, the Ted and JT Moss one-on-one still to come. Well, Quinn Bell's legs a little bit too long there. She went right over Lotus's head. Back and forth between these two former pals. I don't even know if I would necessarily call them friends, but definitely allies. Lotus really screwed that up for herself, though. Headbutt from Lotus. Looking to take out Quinn Bell nice and early, but no such luck for the Women's World Champion. Tries for a stop. Big boot from the Rebel Queen, who might still be Rising Star Champion right now, if not for Lotus. Interfered in that championship match, attempting to help Quinn Bell. At least that's what Lotus said. But that help ended up backfiring about as badly as humanly possible. Allowed Gianna to capture that Rising Star Championship. Tries for a big boot. Lotus with a punch to the midsection. Of course, we know that both Quinn Bell and Gianna set to take part in the first annual Women's Gauntlet Eliminator at Ascendance 12. Or the woman who wins gets a shot, future shot at the Women's World Championship. Whomever leaves Ascendance 12 as Women's Champion, whether it's Beatrice Lotus still or Celestia. Mel gonna go to the ropes, tries to go to the ropes. Beatrice Lotus stopped her by a grab at her ankle there, saying, hey, stop that. Knife edge chop, takes a step back. Not too sure what she's doing. Trying to psych out Beatrice Lotus, I guess. I don't know. Goes for the pin. One. Again, we might not even end up seeing Gianna and Celestia here tonight. That's exactly what Celestia would want. Celestia wanting to stay as fresh as possible heading into the championship match in Ascendance 12. Let Quinn Bell and Gianna do the dirty work, but wait a minute, jackpot! Out of nowhere! 1, 2, but a kick out by the Rebel Queen. And maneuvers herself over to the ropes, but Lotus sticking on her like peanut butter on jelly. Ooh, shout! Ooh. Okay, I thought she was going for that Chloe Marks-esque Hangman's DDT. Instead, gonna trip her up. STF? No, Nevar. Nevar applied by the Women's World Champion. Targeting those long, long legs of Quinn Bell, trying to make them take away that advantage. Make them obsolete in this matchup. Well, you can see that not really paying off, though, as Quinn Bell with a big boot. Sunset flip, powerbomb to the outside! God, Lotus just splatting off the floor there. And I know Celestia's got to be watching from the back, licking her lips. All this to ensure that Lotus does not walk into Ascendance 12 at 100%, giving Celestia the biggest advantage possible. Another big boot. That just woke Beatrice Lotus up, though, evidently. Lotus. Snapmare followed up by a little bit of a heel twist. She's going to go to the top. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is she looking for the hangover? Well, if she was, Quinn Bell seen it coming. Gets herself to ringside, back in the ring now. Wow. That swing and kick. Beatrice Lotus lucky she still has her head attached to her shoulders. Up to Brett's rope now. Elbow drop to the lower back of the Women's World Champion. One. Only a 1 count, though. Rebel Queen isn't done. Botchplex! Looking for the Botchplex! Lotus, though, denies it! Small package. 1! Only a 1 count. What a quick steal that would have been right there for the Women's World Champion. Tries for a quick kick. Quinn Bell gets out of the way. Slap across the face. And that's how you know there's no love lost here between these two. Gonna unpretty her Quinn Bell maybe try for the botchplex again. No, a crossface. Oh, look at the way she has Beatrice Lotus's arm trapped behind her head. I've never seen this variation before. That was actually pretty nasty looking. But Lotus! Package pile driver! Last ditch effort. Will it be enough? 1, 2. You can see how frustrated Lotus is getting all of this and not even able to get past the first line of defense in Quinn Bell here in this gauntlet match. Keep it on the attack though. Nothing else Lotus can do but to persevere. Pendulum Meteora. Those long legs coming into effect again. Botchplex! But Lotus counters again! Into the small package. 1, 2! Oh! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Will it be? Oh, hang over her! Classic Lotus. Now some headbutts to the wrist. From behind, didn't see that elbow coming. Quinn Bell, as crafty as they come. Nice reverse of the Irish whip. Quinn Bell hanging on. Might have been a mistake. Skull cracked off the apron with that DDT and follows it up with a quick headbutt to the face. Quinn Bell just not fast enough, man, to keep up with Beatrice Lotus in this match. DVD! At ringside, Lotus saying it's over. She can get her back in the ring, it very well may be. But precious couple of seconds here, that's all Quinn Bell needed. Throws Lotus back into the ring. Taking her time as Lotus, look at this, Lotus saying, I can go all night long, take as long as you need, old timer. But back into the crossface. Once again, is Lotus gonna tap this time? She is in serious trouble, but no. Lotus refusing to give up, and they say the third time's the charm. Botchplex finally connects. 1, 2, 3. Quinn Bell finally hits the botchplex, and it's not enough. God, at this rate, man, even if Lotus finds some sort of way to actually eliminate Quinn Bell, then out comes a fresh Gianna. What is Lotus going to have left? That's what the matchup like this is all about, though, testing one's endurance. Oh, jackpot! She's going to do it! Uno, dos, tres! Lotus has done it! Able to eliminate Quinn Bell, but like I just said a moment ago, now here comes a fresh Gianna. And what in the hell does Lotus have left? Quinn Bell eliminated, but now here comes the Rising Star champion. And Lotus, you can just see shoulders slumped. Gas tank running on fumes if. And Gianna, who's certainly got a bone to pick after Lotus beat the hell out of her last week. Gianna, oh my God, Widow's Peak! Wasting no time getting down and dirty here. Few punches to the midsection by the Women's World Champion, who quickly tries to plant a boot into the gut of Gianna, though. Hops right back into the ring. Quick shot by Lotus. Jumps back in. Gianna spins her around with a hook to the jaw and a sleeper slam. Lotus, though. She hits the feet. So fast she strikes with that headbutt. Might have one of the fastest headbutts in the game. I guess it makes sense. Beatrice Lotus is hard-headed. Both figuratively and evidently, literally, as we get a Uranagi now from our Women's World Champion. I think Gianna was fully expecting to just waltz in here, get the quick uno, dos, tres, but no. Springboard headbutt from Lotus. Only a 1 count, though. Extends the arm, Lotus, who wants nothing more than to get her hands on Celestia, but in order to do so here tonight, has to make it through Gianna. Frog with a quick arm drag. Forcing Lotus out onto the apron. Gianna staring her down. Shoulder thrust to the gut. Rather unceremonious tumble to the outside. Gianna, a little too late there. a little too late. Oh, but she's okay and looking fine as ever. Beatrice Lotus actually getting quite an amount of fan support here. How can you not rally behind Beatrice Lotus fighting this good fight? Knowing that she's vastly outnumbered, but standing her ground, refusing to back down. Big boot! And just like that, it might be over. 1, 2, 3! Yep. Gianna, like I said, Lotus had nothing left after Twin Bell. And all it took was one of those nasty big boots and lights out for the Women's World Champion. And again, Celestia doesn't even have to get her hands dirty, as the dirty work is taken care for her by Quinn Bell and Gianna here tonight. Well, it is tertiary main event time here on Octane, number 91 in time, for some mixed tag team action. It has been quite a good night for the Unholy Alliance thus far. We saw Hunter Quinn pick up that win against Ben Stacy at the top of the show. Jeremy Barmore and Bloody Justice getting a tag team win against Desolation 2. Up next, Jasmine Crossings and Alvarez looking to continue to build on that momentum for the Unholy Alliance heading into Ascendance 12. Where, of course, Alvarez going to be partaking in the Slick B Memorial Battle Royal. Meanwhile, Jasmine Crossings going to be in that Women's Gauntlet Eliminator for a future shot at the Women's World Championship, guys. How great is it to see Crossings back in the CMV ring, though? This is their first match in, what's it been, over a year? It has been a minute, that's for damn sure. And we have Hunter Quinn to thank. Seeing Jasmine Crossings back in CMV. Of course, Jasmine, who is sick and tired of being thought of as that same happy-go-lucky gal, Jazzy, not being taken seriously as the brute she once was when she arrived here in CMV so many years ago. Hunter Quinn said, I still see that in you. And if you come back to CMV, if you join the Unholy Alliance, I will help you to once again become that beast you once were. Toyota Camry, and of course, will also be a part of that Slick B Memorial Battle Royal. He's lending a hand here tonight, looking to help Amelia Jones get some payback, because of course it was Jasmine Crossings who a couple weeks ago brutally assaulted Amelia Jones. And although Toyota Camry would certainly rather be the one in the main event getting his hands on the TED, he's got to leave that to JT Moss here tonight. That's our main event still to come. But how is Amelia Jones feeling, guys, after earlier tonight, of course, we saw Caroline Swift able to knock off Amber Young, which is actually a good thing for Amelia Jones, because now, so long as she is able to win her final match in the Cyborg Invitational, easier said than done, as her final opponent, of course, is Riley Van Wilson. But if she can win, she will avoid being fired. It's really do or die for Amelia Jones in that matchup. And of course, that matchup will be on the next episode of Shockwave, that massive Ascendance edition heading into the show of shows. If Amelia Jones does lose, well, she might want to keep that referee shirt. She's going to need another job. Of course, she'll be playing the role of special guest referee at Ascendance 12 for the match between Taryn Torres and Precious Pratt. But here we go. This is mixed tag team action. That means the men fight the men, the gals fight the gals. So Alvarez and Toyota Camry getting things started here. Immediately, Alvarez tries to go to the ropes, but sent into the corner. Like I said, one of the most stacked Slick B Memorial Battle Royals we have ever seen here in CMV. The likes of Joey Bacon, Rafael Hernandez, Joe Blade, Alvarez, Toyota Camry, so many others, 20 CMV superstars gonna compete not only to honor the life of the late great Slick B, but also, don't forget, the winner receives a future championship opportunity. Toyota Camry putting those educated fists to good use, the former pro boxer. Oh, are we going to get the 10 count punches? One! So, nope, stopped at two. Alvarez saying, get that shit out of here. Tries for a jumping headbutt. Camry able to get out of the way. I was told this was going to be B-Man in this matchup. I guess Toyota Camry, he's got some frustrations to vent. He probably told B-Man, hey, let me get this one, brother. B-Man happy to take the night off. Of course, he's got to get ready to defend the Octane Tag Team Championship alongside JT Moss in that fatal four-way tornado tag team match at Ascendance 12. And here we go. Jasmine Crossings, her first taste of in-ring action in over a year. Jazzy no more. She is all business and looking to punish Amelia Jones. Knee to the face. Jones, who we saw get very emotional earlier this week with Precious Pratt, talking about how her career is on the line, and if she does lose, leaving Amity, how that would affect her. But Precious Pratt, as any good friend would, trying to rally behind Amelia Jones, get her fired up, get her pumped up. Amelia certainly happy to be getting hands on Jasmine Crossings here. A win would go a long way in getting her some much needed momentum heading into that match with Riley Van Wilson on Shockwave. Coming up next, guys, in our co-main event, Octane is here, and he will be in action, taking on one half of Pest Control and Daily Verbuggin, as of course he prepares to meet Aaron Stone in the Ascendant 12 for the Global Championship. Stopped in the midsection by Alvarez. Quickly now gonna hoist up Camry for a Uranagi. Camry tries to maybe walk him into the corner. Alvarez with some well-placed elbows to the midsection. Off the ropes he goes. Popped up, needed the midsection, and a kick to the back of the head. Did you hear that? My God. Forearm smash. Alvarez. What the fuck was that? I don't even know what that was. Like a modified Vader bomb. Oh, there comes Amelia Jones. Just zips into frame. Cheeky little stop. Alvarez trying to keep Toyota Camry grounded and trying to... This is actually very smart on the part of Alvarez. Try and work them fingers, maybe even break those fingers. You're not going to see Toyota Camry able to utilize those lethal punches of his. That's big brain by Alvarez. And the women now legal as Amelia Jones throws Jasmine back into the ring. Off the ropes with a forearm smash. Quickly tries for the pin. Damn, Toyota Camry just smashed Alvarez into the side of the steel steps over here. Amelia Jones, Hurricanrana. Look at Amelia. Taunting Jasmine Crossings, maybe not the brightest idea she's ever had. I don't think anyone ever accused Amelia Jones of being a rocket scientist, though. Crunchy! Tags in Toyota Camry. Jasmine Crossings dealt with, I guess. And a Superman punch! 1, 2! Little quick 1-2 combo there. Oh, but it ain't over for poor Alvarez. The knockout punch! You can count to 20. 1, 2. Well, apparently you can't even count to 3. I was wrong. Lefts and rights. Alvarez getting his face bashed in. Honestly, that might be for the better, though. Alvarez not exactly the most handsome man on the CMV roster. You wouldn't be winning any beauty contests, that's for sure. Luz press and even more right hands from Toyota Camry. As tag is made. Jasmine Crossings just got back to her feet. Elbow to the side of the head, keeping Jones at bay. Elbows to the gut. Amelia with an Irish whip. Able to drop down. Leapfrog. Tries for a belly-to-belly to the much bigger Jasmine Crossings. And obviously not going to go so well for her. Another knee to the face off that gourd buster. And tags Alvarez back in despite the fact he's covered in his own blood right now. Oh, but the half Nelson. No! Camry with a quick elbow to the side of the head. He's seen that coming. Ducks down. And again. Spinning back fist attempted. Alvarez says, get that shit out of here. Fall away slam. And a tip up. Knee to the back of the head, but that took everything out of Alvarez. Meanwhile, Camry just shakes it off like it ain't no thing with a chicken wing. Alvarez gonna try to go to the ropes again. There's that forearm smash, just so quick, man. So hard to stop as Alvarez. He's like a fucking pinball. Just bouncing around that ring. Neck crunching DDT. I don't know if Toyota Camry is ever going to be able to take off that neck brace. Good God, man. Hurricane Rana. Alvarez in firm control right now and looking to keep it that way. Camry not going to take the smack talk. Spinning Alvarez. Bam! Right between the eyes with that fury punch. Alvarez once again bending back on the fingers of Toyota Camry. Oh, we're at count of 9 here already. Camry. Oh my God, Camry was right there. Literally a millisecond. I didn't realize the ref was already at 9. Well, a win's a win, and a win for the Unholy Alliance here. A clean sweep on this episode of Octane. Our co-main event coming up next here on Octane number 91. And all I have to say is to Mr. Daly for bugging, I salute you. Best of luck. Because he's going to have to go one-on-one with that beast right there. The man who had a sentence 12 will challenge Aaron Stone for the CMV Global Championship. I couldn't. If you're confused hearing me say that, well, you might recall it was supposed to be Andrew Briggs challenging Aaron Stone for the Global Championship, as of course Andrew Briggs won the King of the Hill match back at Absolution. But as it turns out, Sabanto, the dirty little trickster that he is, in the contract he signed with Andrew Briggs to bring Briggs on as a client, little clause, fine print, as they always say, make sure you read the fine print. Sabanto was actually technically the winner of the King of the Hill match, and so decided to award the opportunity to fight for the Global Championship at Ascendant 12 to a Cooter, who then promptly dispatched of Andrew Briggs, power bombing him right through the goddamn stage last week. And now Aaron Stone, who's been preparing for these last couple of weeks to face Andrew Briggs, has an entirely different challenge to get ready for somehow, if he can. Defending his championship against Okunin, and Daly Verbuggin of Pest Control is the, much like Joe Blade earlier tonight, playing the role of sacrificial lamb here. The referee gonna ring the bell, and Okunin looking to use Daly Verbuggin here to send a message directly to our global champion. But Verbuggin, a pesky little bugger, not one to count out. Ooh, as he drops a leg on Okunin from Brett's rope. Okunin double leg takedown. Aaron Stone, who during the Ascendance 12 kickoff show made it as clear as can be that he is not afraid of Okunin. He will not cower, he will not back down. We saw that much when he tracked down Okunin last week backstage, picked a fight with him. The two beat the absolute hell out of each other before finally being pulled apart by security. But I think any man, if they're being honest, would tell you they are afraid to stand across that ring from Okunin. You'd be insane not to be. I mean, this is a man, and don't get me wrong, I struggle to even refer to Okunin as a man, but a man who has no soul, who just fights purely to cause pain, to cause agony on behalf of Sabanto, to terrorize this Octane roster. No wants, no needs, other than to feed on whomever is unfortunate enough to be put into the ring with him. Looking for Buggin. What the fuck even is this? Okunin, he's like, hang on a minute, all right. We'll reevaluate here for a second. Hatch suplex. And now the two-handed choke followed up by a headbutt. Still to come up next, guys, in our main event, the Ted. One-on-one with JT Moss. And Moss has promised that the Ted is in for the beating of a lifetime here tonight. But let's not forget, following the main event, Tracy James is here. He's in the building. He is set to go face-to-face with the Ted. Hopefully we have a plentiful amount of security on hand, because things can go very, very badly here tonight. Very, very quickly. And we know that vintage CMV security, they're not always the best at, getting to the scene on time. Daly Verbuggin. Some kicks to the midsection, followed up by a short arm clothesline. Like I said, Verbuggin has been decently holding his own here against Okunin. Might not last very much longer, though. If he gets thrown into the corner, and Okunin with a scoop slam. Big boy up to Brett's rope. Body split, a headbutt right to the heart of Daly Verbuggin. But a kick out. Gonna use that massive meaty claw to squeeze at the pressure point of Daly Verbuggin. And now playtime might be over. Verbuggin, though, crafty, avoids that. I think Okunin was looking for his powerbomb. God's last gift. 1, 2. Oh, but a kick out. Verbuggin Just threw his absolute best shot at Okunin, and Okunin just shrugged it off like it was nothing. Over to the ropes, Okunin. Utilizing the top rope like a weapon to choke Daly Verbuggin out. And now hung out to dry. Oh God, that is 300 plus pounds! Absolutely devastating. Verbuggin mauled right now by Okunin. But still he's able to shove the demon back. Out onto the apron, but he ain't looking to run. He was thinking about going to that top rope, I believe. Okunin getting to his feet. Nice backbreaker into the Russian leg sweep by Daly Verbuggin. Going for the eyes, going for the mask. Okunin did not appreciate that. A one-handed scoop slam right down into the middle of the ring. That almost did it. Almost not good enough though, Okunin. Spreading the legs for a stop to the chest. And gonna try again for that power bomb that you do not get up from. 1, 2, Daly Verbuggin, the Mad Lad, kicking out of Akunin's power bomb. Just grabbed this man by the ankle and threw him through the air like it was nothing. Verbuggin. A knee drop to the extended arm. Able to get Okunin up and back into the ring. If I was Daly Verbuggin right now, I would just turn around and leave. Live to fight another day. Verbuggin knows what a massive win this would be. To knock off the #1 contender, knock off the man who could potentially leave Ascendance 12 as the new global champion. Another backbreaker, Russian leg sweep combination. That's Verbuggin. Back up to breaststroke. Body splash, but Okunin, for a man his size, how quickly he moves is simply unbelievable. Oh my God! Oh my God, Okunin! He's gonna pull Daly's head off! Jesus Christ! That claw just gave me a headache. Ugh. Scoop slam. Okunin just dropping right down behind him. And the falling power bomb. That's going to be a rope break though. Verbuggin can't get much luckier than that. Oh, it wasn't luck though, because now this prolongs the torture. Clothesline. And again by Daly Verbuggin. Flying clothesline. Able to take Okunin off his feet. Verbuggin knows it's going to take more than that though. Spins him around. German suplex. Dragon suplex. And a straight jacket. Honestly, I think Okunin belongs in a straight jacket. Oh my God. Okunin rolling out of the ring. Who expected this to be such a banger? From the top. Tries for a double axe setup, but Okunin had him lined up. Punch to the midsection. Knocks him right out of the air. Repeated knees to the side of the head. Honestly, I gotta give props where it's due, man. I did not think Daniel Verboten was gonna last more than a couple of minutes here against Okunin tonight. But he has done more than last just a couple of minutes. He has given Okunin a genuine run for his money. Oh my God. Oh my God! Holy shit! Okunin just grabbed Daniel Verboten from inside the ring and threw him to the outside. Just unbelievable power from Okunin. Verboten, how he's even standing on his own 2 feet right now, it is amazing in and of itself. And that body block, that might do it right there. Yeah, it was over after Okunin fucking threw him out of the ring. Wait a minute. Look who's here. The CMV Global Champion made it clear he is not afraid of Okunin. He's going to stand his ground. Where most in his position would tuck tail and run. Aaron Stone saying, you want it, you come and get it. Are you ready, my friends? It's time. It's main event time. And JT Moss is ready. He has waited long enough and not a moment longer. The submission senpai running down the 10 before the matchup even begins. The anger overflowing after the Ted's betrayal a couple of weeks ago. Stabbing Tracy James in the back, costing him the global championship. All of Amity wanting a piece of the Ted, but JT Moss is up first, and as you just saw, he's going to get him a big piece of the Ted. But Ted, not one to be so easily punked out as he fights back here. Knee drop from the former global champion. And I know for a fact that we have dozens of extra security guards on hand here tonight, knowing that Tracy James is in the building. He's in the back right now and set to go face to face with the Ted following this main event match. I don't even know if dozens of security guards would be enough, though, to keep the Ted and Tracy James apart. And especially CMV security, as Ted throws JT Moss to the outside. Ted feeling as though he was justified in what he did to Tracy James 2 weeks ago. That Tracy James is the real villain in this story. That Ted only served justice. But the rest of Amity, they don't feel that way. They saw their friend stabbed in the back, losing his global championship because of a man they thought they could trust, a man they called their brother, a man they welcomed into Amity with open arms. JT Moss, he might have let his anger get the better of him here. When you're emotional, your judgment is clouded. See, Ted, he's clear-headed. He believes in absolutely everything he says, everything that he's done. There's no emotion. He's a man on a mission, and he's focused. Big knee to the face. And now, well, trying to get JT Moss back into the ring. Oh, that would just be the ultimate insult if Ted takes the win by count out here. About as cheeky as it can get, but no, Ted's going to reset the count. Maybe might not have been such a good idea as JT Moss meets him with a hammerlock Northern Light suplex on the outside. And now it seems like JT Moss has perhaps calmed down just a little bit, realized, hey, as angry as I am, I gotta keep it in check. I gotta maintain my focus here. Ted gets back into the ring just before the count of 5. Off the ropes he goes, kitchen sink. And now trips him up for a knee bar. The submission senpai. Doing what he does best, but Ted able to roll onto his backside. Pop off a few of those punches to set himself free. Another Meteora. And a knee to the knee. Not something you see all that often. Drop chest first across that top rope. I know that all of Amity were chomping at the bit to be the one in this matchup, getting hands on the Ted. Even Amelia Jones wanted to be the one facing Ted here tonight. But JT Moss, he's the one with this opportunity, and you see the rest of Amity is not out here. Tracy James is not out here. JT Moss, he's got the arm. He's got the arm of Ted. Big time trouble for Ted, but no, able to escape. Ooh, that elbow. Busted JT Moss wide open. Drop down by Ted. Leapfrog, Hurricane Rana quickly grabs the leg. Looking to pull off the sneaky ping here. No. Kick out at 1. And a power bomb. Just like that, Ted setting JT Moss up from behind. Straight jacket German suplex with a bridge. 1. Only a 1 count there. What does Ted got to do to get a 2 count? He is all over JT Moss right now. Uh-oh, he's going up top. Ted with an elbow drop attempt. Very HBK-esque. But unfortunately for him, JT Moss seeing it coming and gets out of the way. Immediately Ted, though, shuts him down with some elbows to the midsection. Watch out, ref. Last thing you want to do is get caught between these two. Pele kick by Ted. And Moss is hurt, and he's got to escape to the outside, give himself just a little bit of breathing room, but Ted's not going to allow it. Sticks on him like white on rice. Got him by the ankle, but JT Moss with that enziguri. Gets back into the ring, does the submission senpai Ted. Wasting no time either. Damn, just punched the spit out of his mouth. And another one of those hammerlock Northern Light suplexes. Ted kicks out. Coming up just a little bit short on that springboard leg drop attempt. The effort was there. An effort was indeed made. Like I said, though, in a matchup like this, JT Moss's emotions getting the better of him could lead to mistakes like that, but he's got Ted again in the middle of the ring! The middle of the ring! Ted taps! Ted taps! Ted is tapped out! JT Moss with a bit of revenge on behalf of Amity, and that had to feel about as good as it possibly gets. JT Moss with a massive win, guys, but the night is not over. Ted has to lick his wounds because Tracy James will be out here in just a couple of moments. And hopefully with a whole lot of security.